me see. Yep,
Yeah,
that's much better.
Yeah, no
Much
static.
better. Yeah.
I can hear Lisa.
Can you hear me?
Right.
I can't hear you.
I can't hear. I can hear myself a bit.
I hear you.
I hear Lisa now.
I hear Dana.
She got real loud.
I got really loud. Woo!
Hello.
It's too hot. It's too hot. Lisa's.
Hello.
Hello.
I am blue and orange.
Down.
Check testing.
What are you hearing,
1 2.
Frank?
I'm hearing everybody,
Check
but it's all
testing,
too
1
loud.
2.
Mine's
I'm not hearing anything.
maybe a little loud, little more for
Yeah,
me.
bring
Just
Lisa
a
up
little
a little
bit.
bit.
Yeah, I'm good now. I'm good.
Check testing 1 2.
And I'm too loud.
I don't hear Frank
as
at all
usual.
on this one.
I got nothing.
Hello.
Check testing.
I hear myself.
Now
Hello?
I'm hearing you a little bit, Frank.
Hello.
Okay.
Hello.
He needs to come
Anybody
up,
hearing
I think.
me?
Check testing 1 2.
Nobody's hearing me.
I hear
you.
I
You hear
hear
me?
you. I hear you now.
You can hear me now?
Can you hear me now?
I don't hear
Can
you.
you hear me now?
Yes. I guess I'm hearing you. Yeah.
All right, hang on. A little bit.
Then-
Hi, Carl. Talk.
Hello. 1 2
Yep.
1
Doing a little
2.
better. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, if your mic's too loud, it's distorted.
Right.
Yeah.
Check testing 1 2.
I'm good.
Testing 1
And
2.
now it's good.
Okay.
Testing 1 2.
Carl's,
I'm
everybody's
static. I got
Mine
static.
might be a little loud, actually.
Yeah.
I hear Frank
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I'm starting to hear you now, and it's loud.
Check testing 1 2.
Who's back? Is that Jerry?
Did you get here in time?
Okay, Carl.
I've had
1
the
2.
buffet
1
already.
2.
I had the
Hank,
we had
Frank's
the
loud.
corn dogs. We
1
had
2
the
1
boneless
2.
wings. We've had it all.
You've already eaten everything, huh?
Jerry don't believe him.
Me and Corky and Stevie Edwards.
Have you?
Carl was
He
supposed to bring
blowing my phone
popcorn.
up.
He
Was
didn't bring it.
Did you, I mean, it was my phone every
He
second.
said, "You're gonna get pickles for us, fried pickles."
Funny.
Is this the new mixer board, Joe?
Jerry's gonna get some fried pickles.
Check
Carl's
testing.
over
1
having
2
mixed.
1
He's
2
having beach
1
drinks.
2 1 2.
I know. It's
It's,
like
it's not clear.
it's a hurricane.
Clean, but I'm
Is
hearing
that what it is?
No, strawberry lemonade.
Shannon
It looks a little
Snodgrass
suspicious.
was out here signing autographs for Miss Majorette.
Was she?
Check testing 1 2.
We missed the party.
Testing 1 2 1 2 1 2.
Check.
I'm good. Yeah.
At least with my heads, they could all come up a little bit, feeding back to me. At least I'm blue orange. Check testing 1 2. Check testing 1 2.
I don't hear you through my.
No.
I'm hearing you better, but it's low. Check testing 1 2. Check testing 1 2. Check. Testing 1 2. Check testing 1 2. Check testing 1 2.
It's nice weather there, wherever those guys
I
are.
want to be where they are.
Yeah.
This weather.
Check testing.
I'm
1 2.
over it.
I know.
Yeah, I'm not even hearing myself.
And it's not going to stop till like midnight.
It's gonna be nice this weekend.
Well, I know, but if we're not flooded out by then, we're all on arcs.
Check testing 1 2.
Really?
Check testing 1 2.
It is bad.
I got. Yeah, I can't get.
I'm okay now.
You hear? Are you hearing
I
Dana?
hear you.
I hear
can't hear
Dana.
Dana.
I hear everybody.
Check testing.
I don't hear Dana.
I don't hear Dana
Check
well.
testing 1 2. Check.
I hear him, but I think
Blue
it's
orange.
Yeah, I think
just
it's through,
because, yeah.
Check testing 1 2.
I don't hear him through the.
Check testing 1 2. Maybe I'm blue red.
That's the Ryder Cup, right?
Yeah, I'm blue red.
Yeah.
Now, okay.
I thought
now,
it was, but I'm not sure now.
Now, okay.
It says Ryder Cup in the corner
Little bit.
there, right?
Check
Yeah.
testing
I
1
guess.
2.
Yeah.
All right, now everything needs
Yeah,
to come
looks
down.
There's
like
Sergio.
Come down a little bit. But I do hear him now.
You hear us?
Oh, yeah, very loud now.
Too loud.
I need to come down. All right. I think we're pretty good.
I think I'm
Do
good.
you hear Dana?
Yeah. Check testing 1 2. Check testing.
I don't know if I hear him through this,
Yeah,
but
I
I
can
hear
hear
him.
you, but I can hear you, but I can't. I don't think I'm getting them through here.
Check testing. Check testing 1 2.
Yeah, I can
Okay,
hear
I got
him.
him now. Yeah, I got you
Check
now.
testing 1 2.
He had to trick us.
Hey, you know what I'm going to say about them? All right.
Yeah.
Brush it
Yeah.
off. Brush it off. All right.
Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports. Dude, how could you pass that up?
City National Bank in South Charleston would like to wish the Black Eagles another winning season. Stop in and see the folks at City National Bank in South Charleston for a zero down payment home mortgage. Don't have time to make it to the bank? Bank with City and deposit your check with your smartphone. Stop in and see the folks at City National in South Charleston for details.
The Dutch Miller Tailgate Show, talking football and a lot more here tonight as we are at Buffalo Wild Wings on Quarter G in South Charleston. Frank Gardenia, the All-Pro Carl Lee, football queen Lisa Odie, and a lot to talk about here tonight as we really are getting deeper into the football season, both the high school-wise and collegiately. Week 6 of high school in West Virginia and weeks 4 and 5 for many of the college teams around the country. Pretty exciting time of the year right now, Carl.
It really is. And when you start talking about the high school, you're talking about a loss now is critical. You know, the importance of winning now and winning out, if possible, you know, for the top teams, it's critical. But for those teams that's on the bubble, a couple of losses, 2 or 3 losses, you're done.
Right on the other end of the spectrum is if you're undefeated. You know,
Absolutely.
You've got a really good feeling about that. You've got championship aspirations. You know, you're looking at maybe heading to Wheeling at the end of the season. So you can see your side of it where if you have those losses, you're not going to make it. And then when you're undefeated, you think you're going to win it all. So it goes both ways.
Well, for example, there's a great game, and we'll talk a little more about it in a few minutes, Capital and Spring Valley.
Yes.
But whoever loses the game, so what? I mean, they're both going to be in the playoffs. They're both going to be high seeds. They're both good enough, even if they go on the road anywhere, they can beat. I mean, this may be the first of a couple of meetings between those two teams.
Yeah, and I think, you know, when you're at the top, when you're talking about those top teams, this is a test to see what it looks like. Because, again, like you said, they're going to see each other again.
Probably.
But those teams, yeah, probably, at some point anyway. But those teams that are just outside of that are thinking like maybe I got a chance to get in, wins and losses are critical for them right now.
Now, at the college level, it's totally different because the playoff has changed things. Only 4 teams get in, and nothing else matters that much. I mean, the so-called big bowls don't even matter like they used to because the playoff has changed everything.
Well, and I think the problem with that for me is it's like you're almost got individuals just picking it. You know, just, I mean.
If you lose a game, it's like you're sunk. I mean,
Yeah,
you can have a great year, great team. If you lose a game, ooh, boy, it's tough.
And who you lose it to.
Right.
And who you beat and who you lose it to. That really matters a lot in where you end up in that placement. But, man,
you don't like the committee, huh? You don't trust the committee.
I just do not. I just don't understand how I could watch a team and just say that they're the best team regardless of their body of work.
He's just mad because he's not on the committee.
Well, what you said about
I think I should be on the committee.
Yeah.
We all should be on the committee.
I think we all 3 should be on the committee.
I think that'd be a good mix.
But I know your point.
Yeah. Well, what you were saying about a loss and you're done. I mean, one and done basically is what it is, and especially for teams like that are at that second tier, like Conference USA. Those lesser-known conferences.
Well, the non-power fives.
Right, the non-power fives.
Yeah.
I mean, you lose a game, there's no talk of it whatsoever.
Or you go undefeated.
And there's still not talk.
Yeah, there's still no talk about you. You're
Right.
still not in.
That's true.
Well, the other thing, too, is if with the 4-team playoff, even if you make it, if you're one of the 4 teams that makes it, and you have a great year going, you're 12-0, and you go to the playoff, but you get beat in the semifinals. It's not like you say, oh, we had a great year. It doesn't feel that way because you lost in the semifinals.
No, and to me, I just feel like I want that opportunity to play myself through. I want to take the top records. I don't like the 4. Give me 16 and let's play, or give me the top in every conference and let them play it out. Because I think I could see a mid-major. I could see a mid-major having an opportunity to upset a team. And now if I upset that team, even though I don't win a national championship, I have that on my resume. And at least we said, oh, man, we beat Penn State or we beat USC or someone like that. I just think that opportunity, I feel like if you're playing the game at the college level, you deserve that opportunity.
One of the problems is the Division I college football is trying to achieve keeping everybody happy. There was a push and a cry for a playoff. Okay, now we got a playoff. But they're also still trying to preserve the, quote, bowl system to a degree. I'm not sure you can do both. And they're trying to. I'm not sure you can do both. Because if you have 16 teams, you're talking about major revamping there.
But see,
which is okay.
Yeah,
they could do it.
Yeah, I think they could do it.
With all the bowls that they have, they could do it. I mean, they do
Even
it.
if you play yourself into a bowl, you know, as you move up. Each level could be considered, you know, one of those bowls. You could put one at each level, call it a bowl. Maybe not at the beginning, just a play in, and then all the rest of the. I mean, how many billions of bowls do we have?
But the problem is money. You know, how would they justify an Alabama who started at number 1 and played every single bowl game, and they you know, took in all that bowl money? They would have to figure out a system, a payoff that was fair.
Well, the other problem, it's not just money for the schools, it's money for the fans. I mean,
yeah, that's true.
Because you're going to have to play games. If you play a 16-team playoff like you do at Division II, 3, 1AA, where are those games played? At home fields.
Yes.
Fans aren't traveling. Nobody can travel 5 straight weeks or 4 straight weeks all over the country to places. Not many.
Yeah, and I give you that. I do. That's a legitimate fact right there. And understand that. But there is so much money in the NCAA. I believe that some kind of way you can if you're in the playoffs, you ought to be able to help them travel. You ought to help programs be able to travel. I just believe that. And I'm just not comfortable with like 4 teams. And I just think there has to be more. There's got to be opportunities for other programs.
Well, it's diminished the fact that when a team doesn't go to the top 4, so to speak, the playoff system, your bowl game doesn't matter. I mean, that's kind of the attitude that fans
I
take.
agree.
And it's taken away from that. It used to be if your team made it to a bowl, you had a successful year.
Well, there's too many of them now.
There are too many.
There's too many, and you're not in the one that matters.
Right. So,
well, and teams now go to bowls, obviously, with 6-6 records, and they lose a bowl game, and they finish with a losing record. Doesn't mean much to go to a bowl now. It used to be special.
Yeah, when you start talking about a 500 team, I'm thinking you're in the wrong place to even consider a bowl. You know, that's not that to me is eligible team.
Right.
You know, and I'm not sure where that cutoff is, but I'm sure there's going to be 2 and 3 loss teams. I think anything probably below a 4-loss team, you can't make it.
Well, but then you got bowls that, I mean, it's already getting tough to fill bowl slots as it is, even with 6 wins. I mean, 6-6 should make it, but 5-7, they're going to take a 5-7 team. They've done that just to fill a slot. You got too many bowls, but it's hard to take that and change that.
And I understand if you're a team, you're probably not backing out of that bowl if you don't have to, because you're probably going to have an opportunity to make some money.
Yeah. I mean, it is about money. That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
I think the consensus is that the bowl system is flawed, and there's some things.
And it's a great
the playoff.
And it's a great recruiting tool. We went to a bowl. You know, you don't have to throw your schedule out, your record out there. You can say we went to this particular bowl and we won.
It is flawed, but it's not easy to fix.
True.
No.
I mean, and your point about money, most schools lose money when they go to bowl games. They spend more than they make, and that's a challenge too. I mean, the University of Connecticut, when they went to the Fiesta Bowl a few years ago, they lost so much money by winning the Big East and going to a bowl game that it cost their staff most of their jobs. It's not the money maker that it used to be. It used to
I remember it as being something more so that
not like that now.
Yeah.
But the playoff is I mean, it took a lot of effort to get 4 teams. To try to get to 8 and then to 16, don't hold your breath.
Well, let me ask you this.
It'll happen maybe, but don't hold your breath.
Are you comfortable? Are you all, either one of you, comfortable with the process of us just sitting in a room and saying, okay, these are the 4?
No.
I'm not comfortable with that.
I'm not a fan of it. I never have been.
Yeah.
But and it depends on who makes up the committee. Sometimes there's some questionable people on the committee.
The problem with college football is nobody's happy with anything. They weren't happy
You're
before.
Happy.
I don't care. But they weren't happy. No, people clamored for a playoff. By golly, we want a playoff. Well, they got a playoff. Now they're still not happy.
Yeah.
So what do? No matter what you do, the system is not very perfect. I mean, the good thing about it is we do at least have now number 1, 2, 3, and 4 playing each other in a bowl game. We didn't used to have that. It used to be that conferences were tied into the major bowls, and the top teams may never play. And you had split national champions, but it's still not perfect.
Well, what about the number 1 teams? If you win your conference,
all going in.
How many conferences
like
are there? Well, if you're talking about the Power 5, right?